it's Chase's Landscape. I want to talk about, I was able to go to the DitchWitch demo booth at the GIE+EXPO and was able to play around on basically their lineup of mini skid steers. And I kind of want to touch base on that because we went there with one purpose, to not only be able to have a great experience and see what's coming up in the industry, but also to demo mini skid steers, because we're looking at adding another one to our lineup of machines for our business. So one of the things we wanted to do is, currently we're using a TX1000 by Toro, which has 1,000-pound lift capacity. So we wanted something that was going to be the next level up. And DitchWitch is really the company that stood out to us as far as having the machine next level up, which would be the SK1550. This has basically right under a 2,000-pound lift capacity. It's also under 48 inches wide, which is great for us because we are trying to get under offsets of about 5 foot on sides of houses. So that gives you a little bit of 6 inches of wiggle room on each side, which is ideal for us. Also gives us about 1,000 pounds more lift capacity. It also has a little bit stronger engine in it. I think it's a 44 horsepower diesel engine in it. But the great part about going to the GIE, we didn't just have to be able to demo the 1550. They actually had the 1550, the 1050, the 800, the 600. So they had their full lineup of mini skid steers in the DitchWitch demo area, and all of them you were able to hop on one to the other. So we actually got to hop on the SK1050, which is basically their equivalent machine to the Dingo TX1000. So that was fun to be able to demo an attachment on that, which is why I was on it, because they had, I believe, either a power rake or some other attachment that I was demoing on it. But it was nice to see the difference in power between the two machines, and you can really notice the difference in it because the SK1050 I think has a 37 horsepower engine on it. Still a very strong machine. Like I said, 1,000-pound lift capacity. It's a 42-inch wide machine, so you're still over 36 inches. I don't know if they make a narrow track in it. I didn't really pay much attention to it because, once again, I was looking for the large machine of the SK1550. But I have to say, overall, with DitchWitch's lineup of their mini skid steers, very impressive. I highly recommend looking into them if you are looking for mini skid steer to add to your company. Their 600, 800 are great units as well. A little bit less lifting capacity, a lot smaller of machines, but I have to say the 1050 was very impressive from the standpoint, and the 1550 is just amazing. That's probably the one that we're going to wind up going with because we want to be able to lift closer to 2,000 pounds. So you can also add a weight kit to it, which they had one out there with a weight kit. In a video attached, you're going to see me using the 1550 lift up a 2,000-pound pallet of material in the air, which in the machine just had a little bit of rocking. Obviously, you're not going to be able to travel at fast speeds at full height, but you are going to be able to lift a pallet of sod, a pallet of bricks, if you are trying to move something at a job site or offload it off a flatbed or a flatbed truck, or loading something back onto a flatbed truck, which is nice. Sometimes you have that leftover material and you need to load it onto a trailer or onto your flatbed, and your machine won't be able to handle it, so you have to unload by hand and reload or break it up into 2 pallets. So this is a machine, if you are looking at trying to go for a larger machine, something with a little bit more strength behind it, the 1550 is a beast. Obviously, it does not compare to the SK3000, which in another video I talk about, but that's a whole different level of machine. So I hope y'all find this helpful. Highly recommend checking out DitchWitch if you are looking for a machine. There are dealers located all around the US, and they are extremely nice, so be sure to look them up and get yourself a demo. Have a good one.